She will be the first person to speak to us, and along the line, Caleb will come in as well. The first thing is just to give you a bit of a bio into our first speaker for this evening, and that is in the person of Alabi Oppong Adu. She is a level 7 solicitor apprentice at University of Birmingham, working with their internal legal team. She's currently working within the data protection team and working with the NDAs and research grant agreement. And Ellery, I hope you don't mind if I share your age. All right, then. She's just 18 and she has secured a degree apprenticeship at no cost to her mom or dad. What a brilliant child. Right. So we've got her in, and I think it's a good time to start. Is that okay, Larry? You are welcome. You are welcome. Can we just give her a good clap? We can use emojis to give her a clap. Let's welcome her in. Let's welcome her in. Let's welcome her in. Right. You are welcome, sweetheart.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Good evening, everyone. My name is Hilary Oppong. I'm a solicitor apprentice, and today I'll just be taking you on some aspects of apprenticeships. Auntie, if you could go to the next slide, please. Yeah, so the agenda for today, I'll just be looking at, I'll start with introducing myself and my company, and I'll look at what degree apprenticeships actually are, the requirements for a degree apprenticeship in the UK, the benefits of them, the different levels that we have, the support for apprentices, and how you can create your own opportunities. Yes, so as I've said, my name is Hilary Oppong. I am a level 7 solicitor apprentice. I started my apprenticeship in August 2025. It's been around 6 to 7 months. I'm currently studying at BPP University, which is an online university, and I'm doing my law degree there. Before I started my apprenticeship, I was doing A-levels. So I did English literature, history, psychology, and an EPQ. My current favorite area of law is employment law. And right now I'm thinking to qualify into that area, but in 6 years' time, that could change. What I like most about my company is that it's quite flexible. My colleagues are honestly amazing, and there's such a diverse range of work I can do there. So I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, so a bit about where I work. So I work at the University of Birmingham. I work at their Edgbaston campus. They also have a campus in Dubai. They have a joint partnership with the university in China, and they also have subsidiary companies, for example, University of Birmingham Enterprise. So that's where I work. Yeah, so just a bit more about the University of Birmingham and about just the university itself. 25 of our academic subjects are ranked in the top 10 of their respective areas of studies. We have increased our position to the 76th in the world, and we are placed 11th amongst UK universities. One of the targets of the University of Birmingham is to reach global top 50, so we'll see how that goes. We are 28th out of 123 institutions that have been surveyed, 22nd out of 131 universities, and 49% of the subjects at the University of Birmingham are ranked in the top 10. So I would say it's a pretty good university, actually. Next slide, please. Yeah, so the apprenticeships that are available at the University of Birmingham, not many people know that the University of Birmingham offers apprenticeships, but they offer quite a large range. So they have apprenticeships in business, finance, IT, customer services, technicians, like lab technicians, marketing and science. The current apprenticeship I'm on, they just started. So I'm the first and only legal apprentice within their internal legal team. However, they do have a paralegal apprentice that works at the University of Birmingham's law school. So I have had some questions about my apprenticeship. I don't know when they'll be recruiting again for my specific role, but they do have roles in other areas as shown on the screen. Next slide, please. Yeah, so what are degree apprenticeships? They are programs that combine paid full-time work with university study. So it allows you to earn a qualifying degree, a bachelor's degree, master's degree, while gaining practical experience and receiving a salary at the same time. Some areas which degree apprenticeships are available is construction, finance, engineering, computing, marketing, business management, legal. There are rolling healthcare degree apprenticeships coming out now. I've seen quite a few nursing ones as well, but I would say that in almost every industry you can possibly find an apprenticeship, which is honestly really good. Next slide, please. Yeah, so I think this is the most important part. So in the UK, to be able to qualify a degree apprenticeship, if you want to do from level, I guess, 2, 3 and upwards, you have to be at least 16. You don't have to have done your A levels if you want to do level 2 or level 3. However, if you want to do anything above, I would say level 4, level 5, you need to have done your A levels or have something equivalent to A levels done prior. There are some new rules coming out regarding apprenticeships. So, for example, from the 1st of January of this year, the government has removed my apprenticeship. So funding for my apprenticeship is a level 7 for if you're 22 and over. If you're from the age of 18, you can still do a level 7 apprenticeship, but once you reach the age of 22, you can no longer do them. So say you did a level 3 apprenticeship and then you wanted to move on to a level 7 apprenticeship, but you are ages 22 and over, I don't think you'd be able to do it. So that's something that you should keep in mind. As I said before, you need to be 18 and over to do a degree apprenticeship because it's like an actual degree. You need to have done your A levels or something equivalent to be able to do that. And there's also, if you're not a UK citizen, you need to have lived in the UK for at least 3 years for you to qualify to apply for a degree apprenticeship. Most degree apprenticeships, they also ask for at least CCC and above in your A levels or 96 UCAS points and above. So try to aim for something around there or even higher. Yeah, next slide, please. And yeah, we'll be doing questions at the end. So if you have any questions, just leave them to the end. So some benefits of degree apprenticeships that I have on the slide is that you can earn while you learn. So you receive a salary, just like anyone else working at the company whilst you are studying, which is great. I've been really enjoying that. You have no tuition fees. So your university costs are paid for by your employer and the government, so you don't have to pay anything towards your university. You will graduate from your apprenticeship and from your uni degree debt-free compared to traditional university students. And with how university fees are increasing in this day and age, I think apprenticeships are a very good alternative. Whilst doing an apprenticeship, you can gain real-world work experience alongside academic study. You can develop practical skills which employers will value. You can also have professional networking opportunities within your industry. Just from doing my legal apprenticeship, I've met so many different people from a range of different industries, for example, real estate, civil engineering, aerospace engineering. I've also met a girl that works at British Airways. She works with constructing the airplanes, like so many different people I've met just by doing my apprenticeship. And I really value having them within my network. There's also higher chances of employability after you finish your apprenticeship because of the experience you will have and the fact that you also have a degree at the same time. And a lot of people don't realize, but with degree apprenticeships, they are industry recognized qualifications. So you can get a bachelor's and you can get a master's degree with your apprenticeship. And there is a range of career progression opportunities that come with apprenticeships. So after I finish mine, I will qualify as a solicitor in the UK. So I'll be able to either stay at where I am or I can move to a private law firm and progress as a solicitor within there. So I can still become an associate, I can still become a partner. So there's higher chances of career progression. You can apply your learning directly to real workplace situations. For example, I'm currently studying contract law with my university, and the work I am doing in the office is tied to contracts. So I work with a lot of non-disclosure agreements, research grant agreements, and the work I'm doing directly relates to what I'm studying. So I'm able to directly apply it, which honestly helps me to learn it better and retain the information. And you can also build a lot of transferable skills such as teamwork, communication, and problem solving whilst doing your apprenticeship. Next slide, please. Yeah, so levels of apprenticeship. So the lowest one we have is a level 2, which is a intermediate apprenticeship, and that's equivalent to doing your GCSEs. So you can get entry-level roles and basic skills from these. What I will say is that I don't think you should look down at the lower level apprenticeships because they're still very good. I had a friend that instead of doing apprenticeship, she did a level 3 apprenticeship, which I'm going to go on to. And what she's done is she's just started stacking up her qualifications. So she moved from a level 3 to a level 4 to a level 5, and she's gradually moving up. So she's gaining experience and qualifications, even though she started from a lower level. So don't look down at lower level apprenticeships because they're still very useful as well. So after level 2, we have a level 3, which is advanced apprenticeships. This is equivalent to A-levels. So after doing your GCSEs, if you didn't want to do A-levels, you could go on to do a level 3 apprenticeship because they're more or less the same qualification. With a level 3 apprenticeship, you have more specialized knowledge and responsibilities as you are at a higher level. Next slide, please. Yeah, so after level 3, you have a level 4 and level 5 apprenticeship. They are called higher apprenticeship. So this is equivalent to, say you went to university, you did a foundation year before you did your actual bachelor's degree. So this is equivalent to a foundation degree. And you also get a higher national certificate or diploma. So that's a qualification you would get after getting a level 4 or level 5 apprenticeship. After that, we move on to an actual degree. So level 6, that's a degree apprenticeship, and that's equivalent to a bachelor's degree. It also combines university study with full-time employment. So doing a level 6, you'll come out with a normal degree like anyone else that went to university, but it's just that on top of the degree, you'll have 3 years worth of work experience, which is really good. And then last but not least, we have a level 7, which is a higher degree apprenticeship, which is what I'm on. So it's equivalent to a master's degree. So hopefully by the end of my apprenticeship, I'll have a bachelor's and a master's in law. This kind of leads to advanced professional and leadership roles. And you also see level 7 apprenticeships in fields like law and accountancy. I've seen level 6 apprenticeships in consultancy, real estate, engineering. So some levels have specific industries which they're tied to. For example, if you want to do law, you could also do a level 3 apprenticeship, and then after you do your level 3 apprenticeship, you can move on to a level 7 apprenticeship and do those two together. So the level 3 paralegal apprenticeship is 2 years, and then you'd move on to a 5-year level 7 apprenticeship and combine those two. But what I'm doing is the straight level 7 solicitor apprenticeship, which is 6 years long, which is quite a while. But the way I've worked out, so if I went to university anyway, I would have had to do a training contract afterwards, do my exams. When you total all of that up, it's 5 to 6 years anyway. So I'm not really missing out on anything because it's the same amount. And yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, so on the slide, I have some support which is available for apprentices. So when you become an apprentice, you'd get a workplace mentor / supervisor. So I have my manager. So whenever I need something to do with my university study and direct relation with work, or if there's anything that I need to do at work to be able to add to my portfolio, which I submit to my university, he's the one I go to, and he's the one that sorts everything out for me. Other support you can get is fellow apprentices. I know when I was applying, my go-to for help and support was people that were already in apprenticeships. For example, Caleb, he helped me with my interviews. I have another friend called Joshua who's doing a apprenticeship with PwC. He helped me a lot. So those are the people you can go to if you need help. Where I work at the University of Birmingham, you can also get occupational health support services, which comes because obviously you're an employee, so anything that other colleagues get, you also get as well. So that leads on to HR and safeguarding policies. That covers you as well, because at the end of the day, you are employed by the company. Even if you are an apprentice, you're still an employee, so you still get all the benefits. With the where you work and with the university, depends on the university you have, but with the university I have, they have mental health support services as well. And also you can get help from your lecturers. So even though I'm doing an apprenticeship, I still have lecturers, I still have program leads. I also get a support coach who also helps and guides me and gives me checkups every 3 months I can go to. So when you become an apprentice, you're not left alone or left to your own devices. There are many places you can go to for help, many people that can help you. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, so how you can create your own opportunities. When I was applying for my apprenticeship, I didn't get an offer as early as other people got their offers. So some people getting the offers around January, February time. I didn't get mine till August. But what I was doing leading up to that was I was emailing different law firms and asking them if they had any apprenticeship roles available. I would send them my CV and a covering letter and why I felt I would be a good fit. So I was reaching out to all these different companies and letting them know that, oh, I'm interested. So even if you don't see any live applications, you can still go out of your way and still, put yourself out there. And as I've got on the screen, what you can do is start building a professional presence on LinkedIn. So really build your LinkedIn platform, because that's what I've done. I started building my LinkedIn in year 12, and from there I built connections with people. So I made sure to follow every solicitor apprentice I knew, because I knew I wanted to go into a solicitor apprenticeship. And I would message them on LinkedIn and asking, oh, do you know if your company is recruiting? Oh, I've applied for your company. Can you give me tips on what I should do in the interviews? And that really helped me, because I kind of had like inside information. Make sure you have like a standard cover letter and CV which you can apply to different companies that you're applying to, because you won't have time to make a new cover letter and a fresh CV for every single company you're applying to, because you just won't have that time, especially if you're doing this during A-level time. So what I did is I had a standard wording. So my friend, he actually gave me his cover letter that his mom helped him formulate, because she's I think an accountant at a quite big accountancy firm, and he gave that to me. And what I did, that depending on the company I was applying to, I just edited that cover letter and sent it out, so I wouldn't have to make a fresh one. So I always had it on the computer ready. Whenever I needed to send it out, I could just send it out straight away. I made sure my CV was up to date, so I didn't have to now be making changes when it came time for me to be sending out. I could just send it out anyway. So make sure you have a CV, make sure you actually do have one, and make sure you have a cover letter ready. And I would say with your cover letter, make sure it's, even though you're using the same one to send to different companies, make sure it's still specific. So I'd always have one paragraph where I would make one paragraph about the company is applying to, and make sure it was as specific as possible, so they knew that I was interested in their company, and then they didn't know that I was just sending this out to a bunch of different companies. Also, I would say focus on, don't just send out a bunch of different ones. I say still be specific, and still make sure that you're applying to good places, because at the end of the day, these are places you're going to work out. So you're going to work at. So you need to make sure they're places of quality and not just anything. And yeah, my last point, build a portfolio of experience. So before I started my apprenticeship, I had quite a lot of work experience. Not just in person, but also online work experience. And I was a part of a lot of different networks. So one network I'm a part of is called the Black Apprentice Network. So they have an aspiring apprentice chat, and they have a current apprentice chat. And on that aspiring apprentice chat, they always put out webinars. They were hosting sessions, place where you can go visit companies, and attending all of those, it really just built up my portfolio bank of experiences, because I attended so many. Also with, I don't know, some people in here might know young professionals. They always host events about apprenticeships. They partner with a lot of different companies. So going on that kind of built my experience as well, and going through young professionals has given me a lot of experiences now that I'm in my apprenticeship, because now they invite me to do talks and stuff for them. So there are so many different websites, networks that you can join to help build experience if you're not able to get online experience, because a lot of companies host online sessions that can really help you. And another thing is that make your friends, family aware of the roles you're interested in and what industry you want to go into, because all my friends knew I wanted to go into law. So whenever they saw anything law related, they sent it over to me because they knew that this is something I want to go into, and that really helps because there's stuff that I wouldn't see but they would see, and they'll send it to me, and I was able to apply to. So make sure those around you know of the industry you want to go to and the type of apprenticeship you're looking at. So yeah, that's how you can create your own opportunities, because especially nowadays the apprenticeships, they're getting a lot more competitive and a lot harder to get into. So if those around you are aware of what you want to do, they'll be able to help you in terms of research as well. Yeah, so next slide. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I have for you today. Later on, we'll have time for question and answer. So if you have any further questions, you can ask me there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hilary. There, that is brilliant. We will take questions after. Can you just show a lot of love there? More love there with your emojis. Thank you so much for that. It's brilliant. I have so much questions to will definitely be asking you. So you are not going anywhere until 8. All right. So in the light of that, just to add a bit to what Hilary have shared with us, I will just quickly share a slide with you as well. And this, my particular slide that I will be sharing, I will make it available to everybody later. Is that okay? So don't bother, don't worry, don't worry trying to grab the links, because it has got lot of links that I want to share with every one of you. And it's not just about the link, it's about the current apprenticeship openings that are available now. I'm talking now. We have just Hilary, I've told you about apprenticeship, but I want to come in here and talk about those apprenticeship that are available at the moment. If you are able to apply now, if you are in your level, that should be in level year 13, isn't it? Year 13, the A levels. That's if you have finished your A levels or you are doing T levels and you are ready to go in for your apprenticeship, degree apprenticeship, or any other type of apprenticeship whatsoever. I will be talking about that in this session. So I want you to pay attention. Now, for those of you are asking, oh, is it recorded? It's recorded. And the good thing is that we'll be dropping it in my YouTube channel, which is Talk at Alabi. Talk with Lola Alabi is the channel on YouTube. We are live on there as well. We are live on it. So all of these things will be on record. Is that okay? And for those of you that are really interested in wanting, let me do that once and for all, or when I finish, I'll send you the link to this particular PowerPoint. It has a lot of things in it. So let's dive into it, and then we'll be able to take questions. We'll bring in Caleb as well in at that point to shed more light. And if you need to ask question, why not? If not, so let's get into it. Now, the apprenticeship 2026 event and openings that are currently open, which I really want you guys to take hold on. In case you know anybody, it may not be your son, may not be your daughter, it may not be you, the teenager, it may not be you, the preteen. Like Hilary said, if you know somebody that really needs this, please share it with them when we finish so that they can apply for it. Is that okay? It's apprenticeship is a very wide thing, and you getting yours doesn't make somebody else not to get theirs. Don't hide the information. That's what I'm saying to you. Is that okay? Now let's go into it. Remember, this is Real Boy Smart Girl session. I always do this every month. We have this one every month with my team. I'll be giving a shout to them when we'll be wrapping up this event. But let's go into this slide. Now, the first one I want to show you is this National Apprenticeship Week, which have just happened on the 9th to 15th February 2026 in Leeds. And around that same period was the time it happened nationwide. And I remember I sent it out to a good number of you. I hope you were able to go there. I met some of you in there at the arena. I want to bring a big clap for every one of you that I met, all my teenagers that I met there. Well done. And I hope you get what you are looking for at the end of the day. Now, this particular one, it has got a link. And if you check on I can't be sending all the link, but let me see if I can copy this and drop it in the chat. If you miss this and you want more information, that is it in the chat there. You can research it. There is still more information about apprenticeship and all of that. The things you can enjoy and you can take home with you. Please make sure you click on it and you save it. Is that okay? But I'm going to give you this slide to take home with you. And then also, that was what we did. These are things that have just happened, which is the Leeds Apprenticeship Recruitment Fair. And the same thing happened in almost all the nation, almost all the town in England around that time as well, in February. And then the another one that just happened just last week, the week that just passed, is the National Career Week. And they did offer a lot of things, benefit to us as well. And they were talking about a lot of degree apprenticeship as well there. And the link on that, I will drop in the chat for you. There is, we have the National Career Week, what is on offer on the Biteside Careers, on which is BBC Biteside. If you click on that, it will show you a lot of apprenticeship opportunities that you can harness for yourself, for your children. Even if you're a grown-up adult, I hope you know apprenticeship is not just for teenagers. They're for anybody from age 18, isn't it? 18 till whatever age. I'm also an apprentice. I'm an assessor in apprenticeship, and I've delivered an apprenticeship to a 69 years old woman before, and a qualification. So I know what I'm talking about. So it's for all ages. So if you're a mom here, your dad here, don't just think you are talking just about your child. You can develop, you can make the most of that opportunity that you see there you find here. An apprenticeship is in various levels, which Hilary had mentioned, but I'm going to stress that in the next slide here now. And that is talking about the levels of apprenticeship that we've got. Just to add a bit to what she has said there, we have level 7, which is the one Hilary is doing. Level 6 is the degree apprenticeship, and the university requirement is, of course, you want to get into that, you need to have university requirement, which is your A levels, 3 A levels, which of yours could be, like she said, it could be C's, it could be B's, it could be A's. And sometimes some of these companies are happy to even take some D's as well. So please don't think, you are here and you're like, my A levels, I made a mess out of it. Will I ever get? Yes, they are looking for people like you. Whatever you've got, do all you can, put your packages together, approach the company, apply. Even if you have E, whatever your degree, no matter how bad your degree is, if your application and your work experience can speak for you, they will take you in. Is that okay? Is that okay? And that's what I'm saying to you. Now, the other thing is we also have level 4, level 5 apprenticeship. It's not only degree apprenticeship we've got other levels as well. Level 4 and level 5 is, we call it higher apprenticeship. And this one's, to get into that, you just need to have 5 GCSE or level 3 A levels. And they may not be that really great, but it doesn't matter. They will get you to where you are going. Rather than sitting down, crying over split milk that, I didn't get my GCSE, I didn't get my A levels, I didn't get A or B. And you are seated there, put whatever you have got together, bring it in, and they will accept you. Is that okay? And then the qualification you get at the end of the day is year 1 or year 2 degree, foundational degree, or HNC or HND. And just like Hilary have just mentioned, that she had a friend who started at the lower level of degree of apprenticeship, and she has worked her way up. You just need to work your way up. You don't have to sit down there mourning over what is not. You need to do what you need to do. If it is level 2, you can move to level, you start with level 2, move to level 3, from there 4, 5, 6. You keep going forward to 7 if your career demands for that. Now, also, we have level 3 as well. You've got level 3 here, which is the advanced one, which is a common one that you hear about, the advanced apprenticeship. And all you just need is to enter into that. You just have 5 GCSE. Of course, if you have A's, B, C, even D, E, sometimes you do get into it. What I'm saying to you is that no matter what you have come out with with your GCSE or A levels, you can still get something done. That's what I'm saying to you. Rather than going to go and get work and be working all your life with a company with nothing to show for it, at the end of the day, go and do apprenticeship. Whatever level it is, get down into it and start working your way up. And your qualification is going to give you, if you do level 3, it gives you an A level, is an equivalent of A level, B Tech level 3 advanced, and NVQ level 3. I remember when I first came into UK, I had masters from Nigeria. I've got my BCSC from Nigeria, but it's in agriculture, animal science. It doesn't make sense to them here. There really nothing I could do with it, as it were. I had to start from level 3. I was working as an healthcare support worker. Then I knew they were talking about apprenticeship around that time, and I was like, I was interested. What's that about? They said, oh, you'll be working, you'll be earning. I'm like, I'm ready for it, because in care I don't really know much. Unfortunately for me, they accepted me, despite the fact that, of course, if you have high qualifications, they don't really do that. But I persuaded my manager, she put me up for it, and I did my level 3 in adult care. Within 6 months, I was through with it, because I know what I'm doing. It was supposed to be a whole year, and I finished it within 6 months. And that was the beginning of new things for me in the UK. You can't believe it, with my master's, with my BCSE that I bought from Nigeria, it couldn't get me anywhere, as it were, until I got my level 3 in adult care. And that was how I began to work myself up. You don't sit down there and say, oh, this is the qualification I've got. Nothing can happen. Who says? There's something you can do about this. That's why I'm passionate bringing these people, resource people to you. You can do something about your life. And that degree that I told you that wasn't relevant at that time was virtually relevant, because I eventually did what we called, I did the NVQ3, and then I decided to go and do PGC. That was when they now asked for my for my BCS, my BSc. That was when my BSc, my bachelor's degree, now became relevant. Now, and I brought that out, because if you're not a graduate, you can't do it. So eventually, it pays me, because I was already learned from Nigeria, and that was recognized. I changed, took it to NIREC. They changed, they did an equivalent of that degree, and then that helps a lot. Now, why am I going into this? Is because I don't want you to sit down there and be saying, "Oh, there's nothing I can do with me." I'm talking to you, the adult. You might be here because of your son. You might be here because of your daughter. There's something you can do with your life with this apprenticeship we are talking about. Whatever level you can get into it. Now, and then also level 2, the intermediate one, apprenticeship, and that one you just need just 2 GCSE for that. 2 GCSE, whatever level, whatever it is, even if you have D, whatever it is, they will take you in. That's what I'm saying to you. And the equivalent of that, when you finish that, you'll be having what we call NVQ3, National Vocational Qualification. That means that you are earning and you are working at the same time. Now, I need to put out some few things out to you, every one of you. Somebody, because that will help our question and answer time. One of it, I will drop them in the chat. Please note this in the chat. Number 1, for you to qualify for apprenticeship, so that you need to have the ordinary resident in the UK for 3 consecutive years before starting your apprenticeship. That is the standard. Number 1, and then 2, you are not currently on any other training or educational program or which means it could be any other apprenticeship. You can't be doing one apprenticeship and then be doing another. No, it doesn't work like that. They're going to catch you. So if you make sure that when you are applying, you're in any other educational program. Then the other thing is, if you have qualification in the same or related subject, or have lot of relevant work experience, this will mean you are not eligible for the apprenticeship. Now, what that means is that if, like now, I want to study law, if you want to study law and you're studying law, let's say in Nigeria or in Togo or in America before, or in Australia before, if you have a degree in solicitor or in law, it might be difficult for you to get an apprenticeship in that because you are already qualified. Now, somebody will say, but in your situation, you said you had even masters and BSc and you were able to do level 3. It was because the area of my specialization back home was totally different from what I was not doing when I got in the UK. I hope you understand that. Now, I hope that helps there. So I'll move my slide on, and then I want to talk about important core sites for apprenticeship that are relevant. Please, this is the core of this call. This particular slide in front of you, if you can grab it, take it on with you and start researching it, looking into it as a teenager or as a parent. I'm telling you, will come back in the next 4 years or whatever year your apprenticeship will finish, you come and say thank you to us for doing this, for bringing this up. Now, the number one there is the amazing apprenticeship zone / for parent. This particular one is so important. It has a lot of information inherent in there. For parents, for the teenagers, for preteen, for young adult, it helps with a lot of things. Now, this is the reason why I decided that I'm going to share my slide. This slide, I'm going to share the link with you by the time we finish, because if I begin to cut and put in the chat, time will be wasted. Don't worry, all of this link, you will take them home today. Yeah, you should have access to that. Hey, Laurie, I'm not sure why we are not having access to it. Sorry, is everybody having access to the chat? Just give me a floating thumb, or you put in. Can you access the chat, or is it only me seeing the chat? Yeah, some people are giving me floating thumb. What's going on? Right. So you might need to go out, you might need to log out and then log back in and see whether that will help. Now, like I was saying there, thank you every one of you there. This particular slide is so important. They are the main core link to all the apprenticeship, whatever level you are looking for. This particular 3 slide here, I hate. Is that okay? So please note it. And then there's another one here as well. This slide 5 and 6 are the core one. And this particular one is the government gov UK to find apprenticeship positions that are currently open nationwide. This is it here. Don't sit down there and tell me that you don't get apprenticeship. You don't. It just shows that you're lazy. If you click on this link as I'm talking to you now and put the type of apprenticeship you're looking for, you will get over 200, over 300 across the nation of England. They are available for you to apply. But you need to do the work. We have done the work of finding it for you, bringing it to you at no cost. Yours is to sit you sit down and get it done. You work on it, drill on it, and get what you are looking for. And then also, we have career advice, job portfolio information and resource, which is under National Career Services. In case you need advice on how to write your application or what to do with interview when applying for apprenticeship, you go into that site and then they'll connect you to a career service who can help you. Now, don't you ever get an application, an opening, and then you go and start applying anyhow. Garbage in, garbage out. That's it. Now, our guest speaker said before that Olaniyi said apprenticeship have now become very competitive. That's just the basic truth. As at 10 years ago, When I did mine, nobody really knows about apprenticeship. It was just one of those things. But now, everybody now knows that that is the golden coin that have been hidden in. It's been hidden from the face of many people. Now, everybody wants to partake of it, because if you get on your degree apprenticeship, no school fees, no school loan. If you get on any of the apprenticeship, whether level 4, level 5, level 3, level 2, you don't need to pay. It's your employer that will pay for it. Now, NVQ3 that I did, as at that time, it was 1,000 and something pound. I didn't have to pay for it. It was my manager, my company, that paid for it. And I'm so sure if we ask Hillary and Caleb, if you sum up how much for 7 years that you're going to do your solicitor apprenticeship, I want you to start doing the calculation for me. Using the rate of school fees at this moment, how much will it have cost your mom and dad and the government or student loan to get you from where you are now to year 7 to qualify? And they will be telling you how much you will save yourself in student loan, because when you collect student loan, you got to pay back. It's not free. Even if you travel out of country, you go to Canada, you go to Australia, we will track you down. That's just it. You have government department that will track you down, and they'll get their money from you as long as you're working. So please, this is a career services. Don't come back at me and be telling me, help me look at my CV, help me do this. We have people, government have got people that they are paying, they are waiting for you to ring them up so that they can help you put your applications together, put your CVs together, and secure that position that you are looking for in that NVQ, whatever level you are looking for. And then we also have this community, the Outer Circle platform launch, the UK fastest growing apprenticeship community. This community is so brilliant. Community of support by Apprentice for Apprentice. It is a big website when I had a look into it, and that's a subsection for aspiring apprentice. So please sign up for that. And in that place, you can get people who can mentor you, who are already apprentice, like Ellery, like Caleb, and many other people are there who can support you, even with your application, with your interview, and all of that. Don't sit down there and be saying, nobody's there to help me. And that's why we are here, to help you. This is how far we can go, but the ball is now at your court for you to go and do the needful. Is that okay? Yeah, you want to say, okay, the calculation. Yeah, come in there, please.
Yeah, so to qualify as a solicitor now, you'd have to do the 3-year law degree. So obviously that's £9,250. So for 3 years, that's £27,750. But to qualify as a lawyer, you need to do exams. So the first exam costs around £2,000, and the second exam costs around £3,000. And then to be able to sit the exams, you have to do a preparation course. So that's the master's degree. So that's around £11,000 to £20,000, on average £15,000. So in the UK, in total, to qualify as a solicitor will be around £50,000. But obviously, I'm getting that for free.
Oh dear! Oh dear! Can you hear that? Thank you, Larry. And then Caleb will get you to come up as well. If to qualify as an IT graduate, how much will it have cost us for 4 years? How much will it have cost you? We would like you to come on board and tell us as well. That will bring this into perspective. Please do the calculation and you come on camera. And when you are ready, you let us know. And then we can let you speak to our audience as well. That's why we are here, to help you as much. Now, the reason why we are doing what we are doing is so that you don't get yourself into unnecessary loan. If it is free, why wouldn't you go for it? Why do you have to go through normal degree apprenticeship when it is free? That's even minus the cost of study provider. Absolutely. Thank you. In the chat there. So please, this particular one, this slide 5 and 6, I can't shout it enough. They are so important. Is that okay, everyone? But I will send you the link to it as well. Now, then also, we have this, the first one, I want to start showing you current openings, current apprenticeship openings that are there, that are waiting for you to apply. Number 1 is the National Trust Apprentice, current opening. They've got opening. If you click on this link, I will send it to you. And on this particular one, enormous opportunities are there. This particular two are those of you looking for degree apprenticeship. You know, if you click on it, you will see how so much of a benefit that is. I can't be clicking or putting in the chat. Like I said, I will send you the link, and then you go and look for the one you're looking. You go and look into it later and see how best you can use it. Then Mondelēz as well. This is their current opening. That's the company that Caleb is this degree apprenticeship with. They have about 4 degree apprenticeship going on at the moment. If you click on this, you will see a lot of them there. Is that okay? And then passenger and transport apprenticeship current openings. We have for transport for London, employer transport for London. These are direct openings. I'm telling you, these are direct openings that we've got here. Direct openings. And some of them are level 2. I think this particular one is level 2. And there was one for level 3 as well. I will send all of this out to you. Don't worry. Then we also have the public and retail apprenticeship. Can you see there are a lot of apprenticeship in different things, just like Hilary has said earlier. And this particular one is with the GXO, you know, national. This particular one is supply chain level 6 apprenticeship. If you then this one is retail level 2 apprenticeship. We have for RD. RD is also recruiting for apprenticeship. Tesco, they are recruiting for apprenticeship. All of this for in public and retail, you can make the most of them when you get the link to this slide from me. You just click on it, and then it will take you to that site. Then we have the childcare apprenticeship as well. These are their current openings. You know, they are available there. Google, you know, if you Google this, you see a lot of them there. Bright Ozone is there. Busy Bee training, Kids Planning Training Academy. They have a lot of apprenticeship that you can do of various levels that will suit your situation. And then we have police, army, RAF, Royal Army Apprenticeship. They are all here. That one is for the police. There are current applications there. Apprenticeship, even at level 6, is there. You know, of various levels are there. And this is for Army at various levels. This is for RAF and then the Royal Navy. Whichever one you want to join, why not? If not, as long as we have been in the country for the past 3 years, you know, you are not in any other training or education program. And of course, you are resident in the UK. Why not? If not, just go for it. And then we also have IT. In IT, a BT group, they've got opening at the moment as well. We have financial services apprenticeship. This one is the LTSB is also another charity, and they have financial service application that they've got there as well. Please, I will encourage you to do that. I will encourage you so much to look into this. If you are interested in financial services apprenticeship, look into this. They are relevant and real. They are current openings now. You can get it. I hope you do. Construction apprenticeship as well. We have them here. Facility apprenticeship. You are interested in facility apprenticeship. Why not? If not, you can. This another one is available. Is open at the moment. Don't worry. I'll send you the link immediately I finish this now, showing you. Then the motor trade apprenticeship. This is Mercedes-Benz. They've got apprenticeship opening at the moment. What are you waiting for? You go and do it. Is that okay? You need to do that. If you need to apply to Mercedes, you know, the apprenticeship is open at the moment. Go for it. Apply. Do what you need to do. Get mentors like Hilary, like Caleb, you know, people in that community site I showed you. Go and link with somebody that is doing what is relevant. So go and get a motor trade apprentice that is currently doing that job. Is that okay? Go and get somebody that is currently doing the apprentice, and they will help you. They will take you by the hand and be able to help you through it. Is that okay? And then hospitality apprenticeship, if that is what you are looking for, why not if not? Look at this here. We've got it open. We have Starbucks. We have NBC Career. They are all open for you. Don't sit down there and tell me, oh, in my career, there's no apprenticeship. Who says? Except for medicine. Except for medicine. And I did personally saw a degree apprenticeship in medicine about, I think that was about 5 years ago. But I don't think they've continued it. But I saw one many years ago. But they are not doing it. Apart from medicine at the moment, all the other career is all open. And I'm so sure that medicine is still going to come back. You can imagine doing medicine free. The degree free. That's not a joke, man. I'm telling you. Now, logistics and freight transport apprenticeship, if that's what you're interested in, Royal Mail Group, they have something going on there as well. And then we also have the leisure and tourism apprenticeship. I'm telling you, if you're interested in tourism, leisure, traveling, these are careers that you can get into as early as you can. These are openings. They are open now. Go and check level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. They are all in there. Go and check for it and apply. Then manufacturing apprenticeship. If you're interested in manufacturing, they have graduate apprenticeship. If you want to change career, if you're an adult and you want to change your career, why not? If not, go and apply. That's the link there for you. Now, before we do what's your takeaway from this session, and we'll do question and answer, let me quickly drop that link for every one of you, like I promised that I'm going to do. And that is the link is this one here. Let me just drop it in the chat. I promise I'm going to do that, and that is that going in the chat now. This particular slide I've just done now, I've just taken you guys through, is coming through to you guys now. Please click on it. Make sure it opens for you. If it doesn't, let me know. But it should open. You have access to it at no cost. It's there for you. Please take it home with you. Download it. Do all you need to do. Caleb, please come on camera, please. And then you speak to us. So it's time for question and answer. And Pinari, please, while we are asking questions, you can raise your hands using your virtual hands like mine. Look at mine now. I'm raising my virtual hands now. You can do that to make things easy for us to be able to call you. Sister Victoria Odeyemi, I saw your hand the other time. We're going to call you. Don't worry. But let's quickly have Caleb. Caleb, yes, come in.
Yeah, no, quickly, I just wanted to say before we go into the question and answer, you obviously asked me to just do a rough cost of how much it would cost to do my degree. My degree is a digital and technology solution, so it's very similar to the computer science course often offered by universities. And my degree is 4.5 years due to it being both working and studying at the same time. And over those 4.5 years, your tuition fees would be £9,500. And that would work out to just around £43,000. And that's just to do the level 6. And that's the professional standard. If you were to do the level 7 on top of that, that would be an additional 18 months of tuition fees. And that would be that would eventually come to a cost that comes out to around £60,000. So that would be over the course of 5.5 years, basically.
Oh, thank you so much for elaborating on that, Caleb. Now, Hilary, can you just come on camera as well? It's time for question and answer. Please, while we are answering questions, we'll be taking questions. I can see hands up. Don't put your hands down we call you. We're going to take all questions. We've got a good 1 hour to do that. Please, Hilary, please come on camera, please, if you don't mind. Can ask questions. Right. I think what we should do is, please, while we are asking questions, what is your takeaway from this session? Please put it in the chat. If you got question as well, if you just want to put your question in the chat, why not? If not, we will read the question out to our speakers, and then they will help you as much as they could. Is that okay? So, the first one question I think is coming from, I think we should start from Sister Victoria. I saw our hands first, and then we will call Chinedu. Is that okay? Yeah. Sister Victoria or Deyemi? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ma, and thanks for Hilary and Caleb for the insight. So I have one question, and then I also want to chip in something
Yes, please.
from my place of work. So my question is about, you said people that have spent 3 years in the UK. So because I know that in some of the university, if you don't have your HLR and you are entering a university, some of them will ask you to pay international fee. So if you are going through apprenticeship, are you paying and you spent 3 years, but you still don't have your HLR yet because of maybe you are dependent on a parent that hasn't gotten the HLR? Are you going to pay international fee, or is going to be the other way?
Yes.
Yeah. So with an apprenticeship, you don't
can't see your
pay.
face. What's going on with your camera?
She's on camera. She's on
Oh,
camera. I
all
just
right.
think
She's on camera, mommy.
you're sharing a
I'm
screen,
not seeing
so-
her. Okay, go on. Don't
Yeah,
worry, my
you're
dear. Sorry
because
about
you're sharing
that.
the screen.
Yeah, with apprenticeships, you don't pay anything, but to be able to do them, you have to be a UK citizen. So if you've been in the UK for 3 years, and you can prove that, you can still do your apprenticeship, but you won't have to pay anything because that's just not what apprenticeships are. They're meant to be for free.
Yeah, I mean the employer. So irrespective of whether you are a citizen or not, once you spend 3 years,
Mhm.
you are qualified to be paid
Yes.
by the employer. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And then the other one I want to just chip in is I think people can make use of LinkedIn too, because my own organization, which is like a financial services, just started apprenticeship last year. And I think, I don't know how I know they said they register with apprenticeship government something, but I don't know. But what they've been doing is depending on different business arm needs. For example, when they started, it was the HR and the finance that said they needed an apprentice, and they register and they advertise through LinkedIn. I don't know other means they are, but I know I saw the post and I reposted. And currently we have people in compliance and risk and investments too. So I think people can leverage on LinkedIn to see organization posts on it.
Absolutely, Sister Victoria, spot on. Thank you so much for that question. The first question is, I know, is a hot one. I know everybody will be asking about that because of the kind of audience we've got. So we are prepared for that as well. Just do all you can, check as well as you go into the organization. They will let you know as well what is obtainable. Is that okay? Yeah. ILR, what is ILR, Sister Victoria? Some of us might not know. Can you tell her what is ILR?
Indefinite leave to remain.
Thank you. So it's indefinite leave to remain for those of us that doesn't know, or the teenagers who are like, what's she talking about? That is indefinite leave to remain. And that gives you opportunity to access a lot of many other things in the UK. Is that okay? Of course, one of the big things is that you don't pay you don't pay international fee when you go to university or college here. Right. So let's dive into some other question. The first one, the other person is Chuduma. I think it's Chudum. Okay. Amarachi, I've overtaken that. Okay, let's go with Amarachi then. Amarachi and number one. Yeah, Amarachi. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, good evening, Ma, and good evening, Hilary and Caleb and every other participant. I'm so grateful I joined in this program. Please, I want to ask, the apprenticeship program, is it for particular age bracket or someone in his late 30s? Can he venture into any of the apprenticeship program?
Caleb, do you want to answer that?
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and say that apprenticeships are there's no age limit in terms of an upper limit. There's no upper limit to that. You do have to be at least 16 to take on a level 2 or 3, and you do have to be at least 18 to do a degree apprenticeship. So you would need to do, if you were 16, you couldn't just immediately jump to a level 6. You would need to do a level 3 ahead of time. But there's no upper limit, and although it tends to be younger people that do apprenticeships, because the original intention of apprenticeships is to upskill youth and to kind of close that skills gap by age, you tend to have a lot of kind of employees that tend to go on to level 6s or 7s, as they tend to get upskilled by their company that they're currently working for may invite them to go and do them. So you do tend to get quite a lot of older degree apprentices as well. So no, there is a good mix.
Right.
Thank you so
So
much.
just to chip in, there is no upper limit, but as I said before, for level 7, they are putting a cap on the age that you can do level 7, but you can still do level 2 to level 6, no matter your age.
Yeah, absolutely. No matter your age, you can do from 16 to whatever level. Like I said to you earlier when I was doing my presentation, I've had to deliver an apprenticeship. I think that was level 2 or 3 to a 69 years old woman before. That's to let you know how, to whatever age you want to do it. And she qualified. I was working with a training provider at that time. Is that okay? So it's possible, it's achievable. Is that okay? So let's go. I've got some question in the
Thank
chat,
you
but
so
let's
much.
quickly take somebody that is raising her. Miss S.A. Yes, go for it. Miss S.A.
Hi, thank you so much for the presentation. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm just so
You might need to
I've
increase
got
your
two
volume a
questions.
bit.
Oh, can you not hear me? Oh, it's my
No.
phone. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it better? Yes, I was just saying thank you so much for your presentation. I thoroughly enjoyed that presentation. So I've got it's funny enough because I've been looking into the apprenticeships for a while now, and I've got two questions to ask. So my first question is about so the first question is let's say if I have an ordinary degree in nursing. I've not been able to get my classification at the moment, but I am looking to still continue on with nursing if I can. Would it still be possible to get apprenticeship? Because my friend did apprenticeship in nursing in Cambridge, and she's been trying to advise me to join the apprenticeship route for a while now. I don't know if that's something that's still possible, even with me having already an ordinary degree in I didn't get nursing, I got it as in healthcare. My university gave me an ordinary degree in healthcare instead of nursing. Would how can I go about that if I still want to go into nursing?
Yeah, let me answer that question on behalf of our speakers. Like I said in my presentation, it's possible. What you just need to do is to meet up with your employer, your present employer, or if they have the kind of degree or level of apprenticeship you are looking for, you can approach your line manager. That was what I did. Or you locate a particular one that you are looking for, the company that have got that particular apprenticeship you are looking for, the level, and you meet up with them, or you can email them, or you can even just apply. It doesn't cost you anything. You get in, you get in. That's it. I'd rather apply than not apply and then be assuming and saying that, oh, if I had known or I would have any regret. What if you apply and it goes through? Because they're going to ask your document anyway later. Is that okay? But
Yeah,
one thing I did was when I was doing my apprenticeship at level 3, of course, I didn't bring out my master's apprenticeship. I didn't bring that out. I know that was going to be a knockout because they wouldn't want to do anything with me. I hope you understand what I mean.
yeah, I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
And,
So since it's
my
different degree, since it's different kind of a bit different from field, I should hope that should be achievable. Okay. Caleb want to say something there. Yes, come in there.
Yeah, so before you start your apprenticeship, you actually undergo something called a skills scan, and that's to conduct a assessment of whether you have existing knowledge, and they compare that against the criteria of the information that you learned during your apprenticeship. And you take that assessment beforehand to see if you have skills that are already overlapping with the degree apprenticeship program you would wish to undertake. So if you were to have too many similar skills, that would then disqualify you from doing that. But for example, yes, you would be better off to apply and then conduct that skill scan. And then once that skill scan is completed, you'll know, and you and your employer will communicate about whether you'd be able to continue on that apprenticeship route.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, Hilary, do you want to add to that or something different?
Yeah, I was also thinking there's a chance that if they do take you, may have to just start all over again. And I don't know if you'd want to start all over again with like another nursing degree when you already have it. So there's also that chance.
Oh, thank you so much. I hope that explains it to you, Ma. I hope we answered your question.
Yes,
Good, good.
yeah,
Now,
that question's been answered.
you're welcome. So the next question, I've got another hands up. We've got a lot of questions in the chat. We'll get back into that, but let's do this one. Chinedum Ekene Samuel. Yeah.
Thank you. So I wanted so the reason why I raised my hand up is because I wanted to ask, you said that I wanted to ask what is the minimum age to apply for an apprenticeship, because on the slide it says you got to be at least 16 to enter level 2, but then you also say you have to be level 18 to apply for like level 7 apprenticeship. So I got a bit confused on that.
Oh, thank you. Does anyone, or should I just answer that? Any of you? Okay, Caleb, go for it.
Well, yeah, I mean, in England, the minimum age to apply to an apprenticeship is 16 years old. And for most levels, the minimum age is 16 for level 2, and that's the absolute minimum. And it's the same for level 3. Oftentimes for level 4s and 5s, usually you're required to be over 18. And then in level 6 and 7, almost all programs will require you to be over 18 due to the academic requirements of that. You tend to not have the qualifications to be able to go on to a level 6 until you are until you are 18, because then you'll have done either your A levels or your T levels or any other level 3 qualification. So oftentimes you basically be too early to get to the level 6 at an age like 14 or 15.
Okay. And can I also ask another question? Do you have any tips for when I go up, that when I come of age to like apply for an apprenticeship? Do you have any tips to prepare?
Okay.
Yeah, so I can answer that. What I would say is that start if you have an idea of the industry you want to go into, start researching on that industry, because a lot of companies, they have stuff like insight days and insight events for people of a younger age, for them to come explore the company, for them to come and see the industry that they want to work in. I'd say, for example, with young professionals, they have a lot of online sessions that are open to all ages. So if you know what industry you want to go into, you can sign up to those online sessions and attend and start building the knowledge and start recording them on like a mini sheet, so you know all the different things you've attended. Because for me, in my interviews, whenever they asked me like, why do you want to get into law, I was able to bring up all those sessions I'd attended from the age of 16 to like in sixth form, all the different sessions I attended about law, and let them know about it. So right now, I'll say start building up those experiences. And if you know anyone that is working in the industry you want to go into, speak to them. So for example, I have some aunties that work in law. So from an early point, I started talking to them, asking them like, what's the process to become a lawyer? What do I need to do? What kind of skills do you think I should build up? So those are the things that you can do now just to, I guess, prepare yourself when it comes to the application stage.
Thank you so much there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does Caleb want to add to that, or we are just okay on that? Should we move on? All right, we've got Deborah. Okay, Oduyemi. Yes, please come on. Odukoya. Deborah Odukoya, please.
I just wanted to ask, you know how you said that you have to be about 16 to start a level 2 apprenticeship degree? Is there a way like at about 14 or 13 that you can start like an online course or something that like will allow you to earn a degree?
Caleb, you want to go?
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, the absolute minimum age to undergo an apprenticeship in England is 16, so it's a very hard cap. But there are courses that you can take beforehand that don't give you a degree that can help you build up that experience. For example, when I was a kid, I was often put on like coding courses and programming courses to help me learn and gain a bit of skill, and also just to test whether I actually wanted to do that as a career. And those can be pretty useful. But to actually start an apprenticeship that will earn you a degree, you tend to have to be 18. But to even start a degree, to even start an apprenticeship at all, you need to be 16.
Okay, and if you're like an older person, do you have to like stay 3 years in the UK before you can pursue like a higher degree? Do you have to have stayed about 3 years, or does it have to be higher?
So if you've just moved to the UK, like just now, you need to have been, you need to be in the UK for the next 3 years consecutively without leaving to then apply. It's just minimum 3 years. If you were born here, then you don't need to do anything. But if you've just moved, then you need that minimum 3 years.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Even if you're an old person, you're young, whatever your age is, as long as you have just migrated in, you must count your 3 years. But for those that have been in the UK for many, many years, of course, or you are even born here, why not if not? You have already satisfied that 3 years, because it will always still has, have you been in the country? Because there are some people who were even born, let me quickly clarify that. There are some people who were born in the UK, born in England, but they traveled out. And then they went and stayed somewhere else, whether they went to Australia, they went to Africa or wherever, and they were there for more than 3 years, and they now want to come back now and do apprenticeship. They will not accept you. You have to come back, stay another 3 years before you can now apply. I hope that makes sense. That is what we are talking about. Is that okay, everyone? Anybody, any more questions before I start going into the chat? Let me go into the chat now. Let's look at some of the questions we got in the chat. If you have questions you wanted to talk about, you can raise your hands, but let me pick some of those in the chat. Hello, Hilary. I just wanted to ask you still stay in the university and study there as well. Oh, I just want to ask if you stay in the university and study there.
Yeah, she clarified. She was
Okay.
asking that when you're working with your desired company, do you still get a traditional degree? And the answer to that is yes. If you're doing level 6 and level 7, you'll still get a traditional degree, whether that be bachelor's or master's.
Is that okay? Thank you so much for that. Ibuku has another question. What type of thing do you need to put on your LinkedIn to help you when applying for degree apprenticeship? Caleb, do you want to help with that? Because I know you have helped your brother, your younger brother, who is 15 years now, is on LinkedIn. Can you help with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously since I've become an apprentice, the kind of things I've posted on LinkedIn have changed. But in terms of aspiring and wanting to apply to apprenticeships, when you maybe attend a work experience, it's a great opportunity to post. So I think my first LinkedIn post was talking about when I went to KPMG to go to an insight evening, and posting about the kind of recaps of the things that you were taught about. Because I at that point I didn't know anything about the insurance business, or which is the field that KPMG is in. But just showing that willingness, that's what the employers want to see, that willingness to go out and find experience on your own, and being willing to go and chase experience will definitely be something that shows and impresses employers. But Hilary is a more recent aspiring apprentice than I am, so I'm sure she'll also have some decent insight.
Yeah. Hilary, then?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I can share my screen and I can show you like my earlier posts on LinkedIn.
Please do.
Please just let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Yeah, so this is my LinkedIn page. I'm just trying to go all the way to the bottom.
To the top.
Yeah, so what I did when I was before I got my apprenticeship, I attended an event with Deloitte. They are a bank. I don't know. So I went to the event, and what I did is I made sure to take notes, and I posted what I'd learned from the event. So one of the key things that one of the partners at Deloitte said is ACE, attitude conquers everything. I made sure to note that down, and everything I learned from that event, I put it in my post, and I made sure to add pictures as well. And that's the kind of things I was doing. So whenever I attended an event, I would take a picture and add it. So for example, I attended an online session with the Sutton Trust online about law and artificial intelligence. So I took a picture and I made sure to add what I learned, and I posted that so people knew I was interested in law and I'm attending events. Whenever I got accepted into work experience programs, I would also post that on my LinkedIn so people know that I'm doing work experience that is in line with law. So when I got accepted into the Vantage program, I posted that. When I got accepted into a program with a law firm called Allen & Overy, I posted that as well. And when I got accepted into Sutton Trust, I posted that as well. And what was also different, so right now my bio says solicitor degree apprentice, but when I was aspiring, my bio said aspiring solicitor degree apprentice. Everyone that saw my bio knew that I was looking for a solicitor apprenticeship. So that's the kind of stuff that I was doing. I also had a different about section. So when I was an aspiring apprentice, my about section said I'm an aspiring solicitor apprenticeship, looking for more opportunities and skills. Obviously I've changed it now because I've got my apprenticeship, but that's the kind of stuff that I was posting so people knew that I was looking for a solicitor apprenticeship. Hope that helps.
It does. Brilliant. Thank you so much for actually that demo. I want to believe that would have answered a good number of us, especially young aspiring ones are here. Please, if you don't have a LinkedIn, go and open one. Now I know a lot of every one of you young adults here, teenagers, I know you have a Snapchat, but I need you to stay off Snapchat a bit and go and do LinkedIn. Now, why LinkedIn, Caleb? Why LinkedIn? Why not Snapchat? Why not Instagram? Why LinkedIn for apprenticeship?
Well, for me, that's actually how I found my Mondelēz degree apprenticeship. That's actually how I found the job advertisement for it. So it's also a really great way to show yourself, but it's also a really great way to find opportunities to apply. So when I probably just a random day in a few years ago, I just typed in, degree apprenticeships digital, and it comes up with all the posts that have come up with those keywords. And Mondelēz was just one of those companies that appeared. And I actually didn't know what the company was at the time. I later on went to find out, did my own research, which is another thing that I would say is a huge thing to do. But using LinkedIn helped me to actually find that for apprenticeships. And again, there's a lot of information now on other social media. So there's a lot of information on TikTok and Instagram, but it's mostly LinkedIn where you'll find kind of trusted and true. And it's also where you'll find firms. You won't find actual employers posting on Snapchat or Instagram, most likely. You'll find them on LinkedIn posting about their apprenticeships.
Oh, thank you so much there. Sister Deborah Odukoya, or Dekoya, yeah, please go for it. Unmute yourself and ask your question before I go back into the chat.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to put my hand down. My question's been answered already.
Oh, it's okay. It's a legacy, and that's fine. All right. So let's go back into the chat and get some more questions for Hilary and Caleb there. I know that you are making all effort to answer the questions in the chat, but I just want to read it out so that others can leverage on that. Now, Becky says there, how can we leverage this idea if we are in Highland? Yes, anybody of you want to go for it, Caleb? Or how can they leverage on that? Because our audience on We Boy Smart Girl cut across the Europe. So some of them are from different parts of Europe as well. Anything like that in any part of Europe? Yeah. Go for it.
I'm not fully informed about apprenticeships in Ireland, but I know when I was looking for apprenticeships, I did see one in Dublin, which is in Ireland. So I think they are available there, but probably not. There's probably not as many as there are within England. But I have seen some. It's just not as. I don't think it's as popular. Caleb has something to say.
Yes, I mean I've met other apprentices who have actually come from Ireland to England to actually come and apply for and work in degree apprenticeships. So they tend to be more of an opportunity in England, but there are apprenticeships and they are open to everyone older than 16, and you have to kind of secure employment with approved employers and meet specific education standards. So it does they do exist, but they are a lot more, it's a different system basically, and you have to meet certain minimal educational requirements. And when you are in Ireland, it's also good to just use Google to try and find things about the eligibility rules, and I've just done that now, and it says here that you must be hired as an employee and not just a trainee. So therefore you also have to hold the appropriate work and visa permits to live and work in Ireland as well. So it will have different immigration rules there as well, and minimum requirements will also vary by industry due to how the skills system and the education system is over there. But it's important to also use the websites and the internet to your best ability, because that's honestly one of your best friends to try and find information about apprenticeships.
Oh, thank you so much there, Caleb. I saw another, there's a comment on there from Caleb. Over 160,000 people over the age of 25 started an apprenticeship in 2022 to 2023. So you can see there's a surge in the rise of apprenticeship now, isn't it? At all levels.
Yeah, so that was also to do with the age question. So yeah, I mean, usually you consider people who are within 16 to around that 18 range tend to be the major applies for apprenticeships, but you can also see that a large amount of people over the age of 25, which tends to be way past that, well, not way past, but a few years removed from the traditional graduate age, are still applying to apprenticeships and starting apprenticeships.
Okay, thank you so much there. Then the next question, we go into the next one. Deborah Odukoya, I want to believe we must have answered this. Can you start a level 3 degree at age 14? Which I think Hilary have answered you, and Caleb. And if you can, how do you go about it? Do you do an online apprenticeship program, or is there a class you have to attend, or what do you do? I want to believe you have answered that question. Or does anybody still want to throw any light on that? Our speakers? Or we are just okay? I want to believe, Deborah, you're happy as well. We have been able to answer your question there as well. Now, right, the next question. Yes, you can. Hilary, I've answered that. Do you have to have stayed 3 years in the UK before you can pursue higher degree apprenticeship, like level 6, level 7? Yes, you have answered that. You have to fulfill that requirement. It's simple. If you have not put anything in the economy, you can't come here and come and hit it. No. We that stays in the country, we put it, we sow in the land, and that is why we can benefit from it now. You have to sow also. You have to put something in the economy. It's not free. UK is not Father Christmas. That's what it means for us and for every one of us. Is that okay? And then I could see a link that Caleb posted. They are very good to gain work experience. For those of you that are looking for work experience, please you put there young
young professionals.
Professional.
Yeah, Hilary mentioned it. I use that a lot as well during my time applying for apprenticeships and trying to gain experience to help me apply. That's a really good place to find industry events, so you can find more about specific industries, so you can also decide what industry is best for you in case you're still thinking about it.
Thank you so much. I've posted it again in case anybody's lost in the chat there. I'm wondering where is it that you posted it. I've just reposted it. And then let me just go in a bit into the chat again and see if there's any more question. I'm not sure about apprenticeship in Ireland. Okay, we have answered that question. Ibukuntanki this is TJ. Is bachelor degree higher than a master degree? And also, can I use LinkedIn at 13 years old? Anybody want to answer that?
Yeah, so to be able to do a master's degree, you have to do a bachelor's degree first. So a master's is higher than a bachelor's. And I've just had a search online. LinkedIn says you have to be minimum age 16 to use LinkedIn, because they have age protection laws and stuff. So you have to be 16 to use LinkedIn. Yeah.
So, but like I said, but like what you guys have said, the two of you have said earlier, you can start building up your work experience. You know, if you're on holiday, instead of just going around, Caleb, go for it. You know.
I mean, Hilary's right, and what you were saying is right as well. you are not supposed, the minimum age to create a LinkedIn account in the UK is 16. But that doesn't stop you from having a CV or a cover letter at the age of 13. You can start putting your work experience on there. And then once you're 16, you can transfer that there. So a CV is what you'll use to apply anyway. When you apply to these jobs, you won't use your LinkedIn to apply to these jobs most of the time. You'll use CVs and cover letters. So if you've got experience at age 13, you don't have to wait till you're 16 to be able to document it in some kind of fashion. You can just make a CV.
Right. That is it. Thank you so much on that. I hope that explains it. Any other question before we shut down?
I think Miss SA has a question in the chat.
How does one prepare for an apprenticeship in digital product manager? What to include in CV if one is studying something different? Digital, I guess that might be Caleb's side of things.
Yeah. For an apprenticeship in digital product marketing, in a digital product manager, it's kind of the same advice that you would give to any apprenticeship if you're preparing to go into it. You know, you need to make sure you have foundational knowledge in the area that you're looking to go into. So for a digital product manager, you'd need to know things like data analytics, like management skills for project managing. You need to have good communication skills as well. So those things are, you know, studying product life cycles and also just finding out trends in the industry to understand it. And that's where LinkedIn can also be useful. You know, go and see what the latest news in that field is and be able to use that to kind of enrich your own knowledge bank as you head on to doing your digital product manager apprenticeship.
I hope that answers your question, Mrs. SA. And then the other question is Chinedumo. Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you. So, yes, thank you very much. It's a very quick one. It was my daughter asking the questions about starting out young and preparing. So my question will be, please, from our presenters, how were you helped in deciding your area of interest, where you were able to focus in, and how you were able to start navigating your own career path? This is me as a parent also asking, you know, a migrant into UK, how to help, you know, the younger ones to be sure of the path they want to take. Thank you very much. I will appreciate it. You're welcome.
Yes. Yeah, we want to go first, Caleb or Hillary?
Hillary, you can go first.
Yeah, so I've had an interest in law for a while. My parents knew I had an interest in law. I talk a lot. Like finding out a lot of information. So the area just worked out for me. There was a point in sixth form where I suddenly wanted to do nursing, but I think that was just like the in the moment idea. But I knew that I always wanted to do law. So since my parents knew that, they supported that and they helped me in going into that industry. What kind of solidified it for me as well is that one of our pastor's wives, she was a lawyer, so she'd always give me tips, advice, and let me know about the industry. One of my aunties, she's a real estate lawyer. She also gave me tips and advice about the legal industry. So just having all those external advice really just helped me to choose the one I want to do, because my apprenticeship is 6 years. So now I'm in it. I can't really leave. Obviously, I'm here for the next 6 years. So I think the one thing I would say is that if you're choosing an apprenticeship that has a very long time span, make sure that's what you actually want to do, because if you leave, it'll be difficult for you to get another one. So, yeah.
Thank you so much there. Caleb, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely correct. Make sure you know kind of the field you want to go into. But in terms of how to discover that field, I definitely say enrolling in kind of short courses. And again, finding work experience to go into industry events and find different sectors. So even though I eventually went into the snacking industry through Mondelēz, and I'm working in a digital sector through my degree, I still went, before I started my apprenticeship, I still went to multiple different industry events. So I went to a 3-day course at Aon, which is an insurance company. And I did events at, you know, Deloitte, KPMG. So these are also kind of other financial sectors. And having now with the ability to find so many different events in different industries, and you can look at some of the links that were displayed earlier to also try and find different work experience in different sectors. You can find these kind of short 2-3 days, or even 1 day, or maybe even just a webinar to get an insight into what going into one specific field is like. And if you can find, but I always found in-person work experience to be the best, because it really gives you a feel of what the industry is actually like. So finding different courses or little bits and pieces here and there in terms of webinars and online events and in-person events to try and build up and try and test out, literally just experiment with different industries. I didn't end up going into financial services, but I still ended up learning something really important and really new. So it's all about just trying to see what's out there and then deciding what's best for you before you commit yourself long term.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Let me just add a bit of that, Sister Chinoduma.
Okay.
The mom there. As a parent, I know what you're talking about, in respect to how can I guide my child into what they will eventually set it to do in apprenticeship. Now, I must say that from the experience of Caleb, we noticed, myself and my husband, we noticed that he likes, since he was young, he likes being on computer. He's always typing. We always have a corner in our house for computer ever since, and he's always there doing something. And the dad got to know that. He just noticed that, oh, this guy likes computer, and he's somebody that doesn't like physical things. He just likes to sit down, do his own stuff on the computer. And then the dad now started enrolling him into a lot of computer programs. And even on that lockdown, there were some programs that he enrolled him into. That his tutors were from other parts of the country, other parts of the nations of the world. I think one was from Australia?
Online, South Africa.
South Africa, and they were just teaching him coding and all of those things, software and all of those things, So, and there were times that the dad would took him. I remember there was a program that was being run for 1 week or so in Manchester, that the dad took him down there just to get it done. So this is how you begin, because of as parents, we stay with our children. Like Hillary said, he's the one that talks and talks and talks, and the dad just like, this is my talkative child. I can convert that talkativeness into something. You can go and be talking in the courtroom and help somebody. You can convert whatever that your child is. Pray to God. That's why we are Christian parents as well. Like myself, I always pray, myself and my husband, we always pray that God should direct, to lead us, to let us know what He has planned for our children, because He's the one. We are just caretakers. So it's important that you ask God to help you, to unveil to you on time, as a mom, as a dad, as a carer on this call, what is it that God wants my child to do? And then you start tailoring them towards it. Somebody like me, I just discovered that I like talking, I like teaching. Ever since I've been young, I would pick up my siblings and then my cousins that were living with us in that very big house that time. I'll put them in the balcony and I'll be teaching them, all sorts of topics. As a very young age, I'll be the teacher. I'll sit them down in the seat, and that's what I'm doing up to tomorrow. I'm a teacher, but I'm also an assessor, a facilitator in various categories, that I've diversified into. And that's as a trainer as well. And that's why we are doing what we are doing. So please, there's something that your child likes to do. You might be nursing, whether your child likes carrying baby around or doing things, or he likes, helping. He's not scared of blood. Some of us, we faint at the sight of blood, whereas he or she doesn't mind. She likes to see doctors. She likes to go to hospital to see what's going on. Go and encourage that. That is how you will get to know. Find that talent in them. There was a dad that I spoke to many years ago. They live in Wales. And this particular young child is already drawing. She's already drawing beautiful pictures. And then this husband and wife, they are like, oh, no, you can't do this. No, you can't be doing, no, we want you to go and study law. We want you to go and study architect. Nigerian African mentality. If you are not a doctor, you are not a doctor, you are not a lawyer, you are not an architect, you are a colossal mistake. No, that's not true. Let your child do what they want to do. They don't have to become doctors. They don't have to become lawyers. No. Let whatever is their interest points at the direction of where their life needs to go. What is it that interests your child? And there are some children that doesn't have any interest. That's another big thing. They don't. I was like that at some point when I was a teenager. You asked me, because initially I was like, no, I'm not going to do. I forgot about teaching. I'm like, no, and they keep asking me, what do you want to do? I said, I don't know, and that was how I just find myself, doing animal science. And you can imagine I did animal science for only God knows how many years, with a lot of strikes. Africa, you go and do 5 years course, you are there for 7 years. You can imagine for masters, I did 3 years to get just one master's. So these are the things we are talking about. The earlier as a parent you start watching out for your children, their interests, their talent, what is it they are good at? If you see a child that can scatter and destroy, not really, I won't say destroy, that can dismantle your phone, you should know that child is tending towards engineering. Don't say, oh, you are useless child. No. Try and turn all these things into positive. God will help us in Jesus' name. Is that okay, parents that are on the call? This link cannot open.
Thank you very much.
You are blessed, ma'am. You are welcome. I hope we answered your question. This link cannot be opened. It says the organization that creates this file has restricted access to it. Is that for everybody? Would that recording remain available for participants? Yes, it will be on at Talk with Lola. Caleb, please can you help me share my YouTube channel again in the chat? Please, if you go there by tomorrow morning, it will be there. Is that okay? You can watch this recording again. All the links right from the time that Hillary has started at 6:15 or thereabout, 6:10 that she started. Or you will get all of those links. All the slide will be there. It's on public domain. Is that okay? So that's my thank you there, Caleb. That's my my channel, YouTube channel. Please help me to subscribe to it as well. Please subscribe to it so that it can go more viral when we put our content on. It's just to bless other people. I'm not there to make money. I'm there to help other people. Now, I guess if there's no other question, we'll be trying to shut down now. And do as much as we can. I want to say a big thank you to our guests, Hillary. Thank you so much for coming, and to your parents for doing a good job for finding your talent out on time, encouraging you to become who you are. We hope in the next 5 years or thereabout, or 6 years, you would have achieved what you want to become, and you'll be the solicitor that we'll all be looking forward to and consulting. And then Caleb was, of course, the one. I want to say a big thank you to you, the one. That's what I will call him. I want to say thank you to you, son. Thank you for making it work for us. It was Caleb that got Hillary for us on this event. Thank you so much, the two of you. We are grateful. For those of you that want to link up with them, please, the two of you, if you don't mind, drop your LinkedIn handle, your social media handle, so that they can follow you guys up and they can ask questions from you going forward. They can't share their number with you, but they can share their LinkedIn handle with you. And you can get in touch with them. They will not ignore you. Ask them questions, and they will be ready to help you as much as you can. Right. So in the light of that, I want to say a big thank you to every one of us around the call. I can't start calling all names now, but for those of us that are logging from Nigeria, I want to say a big thank you to you, my family members. I want to say a big thank you. I think I saw Femi Meshoe there as well. I saw Kemi Meshoe, all my siblings. I want to say a big thank you. I made it open so that all of you can jump into this. For those of us in Nigeria, you may be wondering, how can this help? In case you come into UK, why not? If not, after 3 years, you can enjoy what everybody's enjoying. Then also, I want to say a big thank you to the team, the Reboy Smart Girl team, that we all work together. We put things together in the first person I want to say a big thank you to is Brother Inyola, who myself and himself, we always tend to put these things together. We brainstorm it together. He was a young teenager who I was privileged to taught in the teens church. He grew up, and of course, he went to university, came out, and decided to be a teacher like myself. Myself and him, we run this event very closely. He's a young man. I really appreciate you that he was the one playing the song when we started out. God bless you, Brother Inyola. God bless you, more anointing, more grace in the name of Jesus. And then also my very old Real Boy Smart Girls colleague who we have been running this event for so many years is Sister Titilola Eniyoton. Sister Titilola Eniyoton, thank you so much for being there. Thank you for standing with us all these years. She has been with us. We have been running Real Boy Smart Girl with her for more than 10 years now or so. So I want to say a big thank you to you as well. And then I want to say a big thank you to Brother Bemiga, but Bemiga is also there. Thank you so much, sir. Sister Ebere, thank you so much. These are my team. I really want to say a big thank you to you. And then my HOD in the Teens Church, who gives us the opportunity and the privilege to do what we are doing. That's Brother Okay. Sister Adiola Olaolu, I want to say a big thank you to you, and for all the teachers that are joining at the background, I'm saying thank you so much. Parents, I really want to wish you all the best. Don't forget, until we come your way again next month on the 30th of April, we will send out the links out to you. Again, we'll be talking about how to resolve conflict between parents and teenagers.